What's up, everybody? I'm Adam Richman, and welcome to Well Groomed. Now, part of being well groomed is smelling great. After all, smell is one of the most powerful senses out there. Now, everyone loves cologne, everyone uses perfume or eau de toilette, but a lot of people don't necessarily know the right kind for them, know how to apply it, know how to pick something new and original that they feel is just their perfect scent. And that's okay. See, I've come right now to Atelier Cologne here in the Soho area of Manhattan to speak to one of their general managers about finding the right cologne, finding the right way to apply it, how much is too much, how much is just enough. So join me as we get to the olfactory of olfactory. This fine gentleman is Ross. He's the general manager here at Atelier Cologne. Thank you for having me in. Where was the brand created? Here in New York?
Basically New York and Paris. So Sylvie worked with Christophe, who are the founders of the brand. They were working in Paris and they were both in love with the ideology of cologne, but wanted to formulate them in a pure perfume concentration.
You know, I'm into cologne. I'm unabashedly so. I like smelling good. I like experimenting with it, but I think a lot of guys are afraid of either an effeminate connotation or afraid to ask. Has that been your experience when guys come in?
Totally.
How do you approach that?
I mean, I like to tell people that most fragrance is unisex because it's gonna sort of work to smell like something specific on you.
If someone were to come in, what would be a great starting question for them to ask if they wanted to try a new cologne?
You know, it's important to have people spray some things so you can smell some sort of different ideas.
Yep.
And then when you nail down sort of an idea that you like,
Yep.
then start to play around and try stuff on the skin.
Now, it's great to try a bunch of colognes when you're sampling. It's great. Know what's out there. And obviously, if you have all these different categories, you also are going to end up with quite a few of these strips. But one thing that is extraordinarily important, write down the name of each fragrance. That way, when you want to go back to the one you like, you don't have to first spray it again, and after a while, not only you, but more than likely your salesperson may get a little frustrated. What's another great rule of thumb for picking out the one? Once you ascertain, like, I like the greens, right. Once you determine that, how do you determine, well, this will work for me with my body chemistry?
So I always tell people to try it on the skin, and there's a couple little rules of thumb. When you try on a fragrance, you always want to do it on a pulse point. Here, here. Neck is a little difficult, and back of the knee, obviously, unless you're a contortionist, it's not going to work.
This is important because your natural body heat is what's going to aerate the smell, what's going to put forth these beautiful, beautiful aromas into the air.
And never rub. People always generally tend to rub fragrance, but when you rub, you actually crush the fragrance molecules, so you're not going to get the full experience of the scent.
So you say, don't do this.
Don't do that. And then that also limits how many fragrances you can try on.
Is there a way to know how much I'm spraying in terms of this is going to be enough for the day, but I'm not overdoing it to the point that I smell like an air freshener in a New York City cab?
I always say spray about 6 inches away on a pulse point, you know, a little mist.
Is there a proper cologne? Do you go by time of day, by season?
Citrus, I think, is great in the morning. It sort of wakes you up, take your shower, and then when you're going to something a little bit, you know, like a black tie event, or you want to go out in the evening, try something, maybe layer something a little bit darker over it.
Is it generally considered good to have one light and one heavier scent?
Yeah, I tell people all the time, you're not in the same mood every day, you don't wear the same outfit every day, it's not the same weather all the time. So have a couple options in your arsenal so you wear it based on how you're feeling.
So just to recap, since we've heard it from an expert, explore the different varieties of scents out there. If you like a certain kind, spray it on these pieces of paper or scent strips and write down the names of the ones you like. Make sure you spray it about 6 inches away on your pulse points, wrists, inside of your elbow, behind your ear, but do not rub because you can crush those incredibly beautiful top note aroma molecules. Make sure you experiment with maybe a lighter scent during the day and something darker during the evening and find a scent that is all your own. Ross, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you all for watching. If you want more videos like this one, you gotta make sure to subscribe. I'm Adam Richman. Thanks for watching Well Groomed. I'll smell you later.